Hi, good morning. This is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in gut health for busy women. And I do this I use the very latest testing and supplements and dietary and lifestyle upgrades to really get your digestion working properly again and get you back to feeling your best as soon as possible. And I'm afraid I've been a bit slack with doing videos lately. I've had a lot of building work going on, lots of banging and crashing, etc. So it wasn't really ideal for doing videos. So they've been on the back burner, but I should be back now doing some regular ones. So I hope you find them useful. Anyway, I was going to talk today about how we can all kind of do a few sort of dietary upgrades, some simple things you can do that not only help your digestive health, but then also help your anxiety levels as well, because it seems at the moment everyone has got anxiety to a greater or lesser degree with all the changes and everything that are happening out in the wider world. So there are certainly a few simple things you can do that can kind of help you navigate this a bit more smoothly. So the important thing to remember anyway is that your gut and your brain are always talking to each other. So what's happening in your gut is always going to be affecting your mood and vice versa. So what's happening in your brain is going to impact your gut as well. The gut has a very complex nervous system of its own called the enteric nervous system. And that's responsible for the feelings we get, of butterflies when we're scared, etc. So it's quite a powerful thing, and there's that connection going all the time. So it's always worth thinking about what's happening in your gut if you're feeling a bit anxious or vice versa. So basically, then there are there's a lot you can do to help both systems. And there's a few sort of simple dietary upgrades you can make as well. So firstly, the first thing I would definitely do is, if you're not already doing it, is definitely get some probiotics into your diet, because probiotics are your friendly bacteria. There's a lot of evidence now to show that the levels of the different bacteria in your gut are always going to have a positive impact on your mood. So you want to be eating foods that are probiotic rich, such as kefir. You can find kefir now in a lot of supermarkets, and it's a lot of those are very good quality, and you'll be able to tell the difference. You'll be able to feel how good they are for you when you actually eat them. These kefirs, they're very, very kind of good levels of bacteria in them. Alternatively, you can make your own. You can buy the grains. You make them with grains, so either grains that make milk or water kefir. You can buy those online, and then you've got a steady supply of probiotic rich drinks, which are very tasty as well, and that you're paying next to nothing for that then. Whereas if you take a probiotic supplement, they tend to be better in the short term. Obviously, you've got to bear in mind the cost implications there. They can be quite pricey, so trying to get a good supply of these probiotics in sort of reasonably cheaply and on an ongoing basis is ideal, really. Sauerkrauts as well. It's very easy to make sauerkraut at home. Lots of recipes online. Alternatively, you can just pick them up in the health food shop. Lots of health food shops will sell them as well. So that's one thing I would definitely be including in your diet. And of course, you've got the natural yogurts as well that you can pick up there also. They'd be great sources of probiotics for you there too. Okay, with some people it could be a case of you possibly maybe reacting to certain foods. They may not be great for you, and this can be contributing to increased feelings of anxiety and worry and stress. A common one would be gluten. Most people have heard about gluten intolerance and gluten not being great for you. Sometimes when people take gluten out of the diet, this has a really good positive impact on them. And if you didn't want to go that far, though, you could look at maybe switching over to sourdough breads, for example, or sprouted breads, or even sprouted sourdough bread. You can pick those up as well in health food shops. So sourdough, certainly you can pick up anywhere. A lot of people find that's a lot easier on their digestion, and is easier than cutting out gluten completely. Although, of course, if you are gluten intolerant or celiac or anything, you must avoid it. But some people don't need to go that far, but you may notice a difference there. The next one would definitely be not to avoid healthy fats. You need lots of healthy fats going on. So when I say healthy fats, I mean things like extra virgin olive oil, avocados and avocado oil, etc. Those are strongly anti-inflammatory. They're really good for your brain and therefore your mood. So make sure you don't cut those down too drastically. Okay, the next one would be to eat mushrooms. Mushrooms are really high in B vitamins, particularly B6, which we need because that's going to help us make lots of serotonin, which is, of course, the neurotransmitter that makes us feel good. So shiitakes particularly are rich in B6, so plenty of those going on will kind of help to boost those levels for you. The next tip I would give you is to eat nuts. Now, if your digestion's a bit compromised, you may find nuts quite difficult to digest, in which case I would soak them first. You can soak them overnight or just soak them for a couple of hours, and then they kind of, you can whiz them up then into smoothies or soups or what have you, much easier on your digestion, but you're still getting those nice nutrients in there as well. There's lots of serotonin in there, so that will help with your mood as well. Also, they're a great source of protein, and then getting lots of protein in is beneficial too, for lots and lots of reasons. As far as seeds go, you could do a lot worse than eating sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are great. They're very rich in tyrosine, which is another amino acid, another good amino acid we want going on, which is going to help boost your dopamine levels. So that will also help you to feel good as well. So there you go. That's a few things there that you can take on board. A few really easy things to add to your diet that will help to kind of balance those moods a bit more. And then always bear in mind as well that there's this gut-brain connection going on, and they're always speaking to each other, and one is always going to impact the other. What's going on in one is going to impact the other. Okay, so I hope that helps you. If you would like to speak to me, I shall pop a link to my diary in the comments, so do book in for your free call, and I shall see you next time. Okay, bye.